Hey, what up? So let me get straight to it. Most plumbing companies understand the importance of reviews, but they do not understand how they impact your rankings. Again, they understand the importance of reviews. People will go look at them and read them to make sure that you're a reputable company that knows what you're doing, that other people validate what you're doing. They don't know how that impacts your rankings throughout Google. So let me tell you that so you have more context behind why it's important to get reviews and how you should get reviews. It's not just about getting them, it's how you should get them. And people don't know the how piece. Oh, by the way, my name is Chris Gray. I co-own a marketing and consulting company that's helped a lot of plumbers make a lot of money. We have some pretty big clients, but I make these videos for the guy who has 1 to 3 trucks, the guy near and dear to my heart. I want you to have the marketing information you need to help your business grow on the front end. So I have a company that I was helping, and this guy had 3 trucks and he was going on 4. And man, I was pulling for this guy. We were getting him, trying to get him across the little edge to then grow. Like he was almost there. So his rankings they started to do terrible. So I was working with him and his rankings were going up, and then it just hit a plateau and they weren't moving. We were just staying stagnant. And I was racking my brain, man. I'm like, what the hell? I'm doing everything for this guy that we do for other clients and other clients. This has worked before. I mean, I guess we've helped 1 to 3 truck operations have fleets now. They're crushing it. And I'm doing the exact same thing for him that we were doing for them, but he hit a plateau and I just didn't know what the hell was happening. And then I stepped back and started thinking of what was the most important stuff when it comes to impacting rankings. And then I listed that out, and then I started checking his website and what we were doing according to that list. And rankings is up there. So when I got to our ratings are up there. So when I got to ratings and I looked at his reviews, right? Ratings, when I say ratings, I mean reviews. I looked at his reviews. They were terrible. And not terrible from a rating perspective, like, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 star. It wasn't like that. He actually had, it was like 4.5 or 4.6, which is not bad at all. But he had what was it at the time? 8 or 9 reviews. 8 or 9 reviews. 8 or 9 reviews. And the cat has been in business for 4 years at the time. 8 or 9 reviews. There was nothing on this planet Earth that I could do to help him rank if he had been in business for 4 to 5 years at that point and only had 8 or 9 reviews. It's terrible. And I told him this. I was like, hey, man, you need to get more reviews. There's nothing I can do. Google, reviews are huge, especially for the home service industry. When it comes to ranking organically and ranking high, whether it's the Google Map Pack or SEO, for Google, you need to have reviews. And I told him this. And I even gave him a how to do it, a very easy way to do it. And he didn't implement it. He didn't do it. And he ended up leaving us because he wasn't growing in his rankings. And that sucks, man. I mean, I like that guy. I really wanted to help him. I hate losing any person I'm looking to help. Because I take you on. We don't just take on anybody anymore. I'm trying to help people that I believe in. I believed in him, but he didn't believe in the reviews the way I think he should. He does himself a disservice by doing that. I don't care whether you work with me, I work for you, we work together, or you work with somebody else when it comes to your marketing. Regardless of who it is, you need to get reviews. You have to. If you want to grow your business, you want to help your marketing company help you, or if you want to help your company grow by itself because you're doing your own marketing, start with reviews. No matter where my guy goes now, the guy who left us, it's almost like you build your house on sand and the house crumbles and you're like, oh, I'm going to fire the builder. The builder did a terrible job. I'm going to get another builder, but I want to make sure this house is built once again on sand. And you build again on sand, it crumbles, and I'm going to get another builder. That type of mentality, if you're trying to hire marketing companies or do your own marketing, but you're not getting reviews, this house will never build. And if it builds, it won't build correctly. It's going to crumble because Google wants reviews. That's what they want. And so until you understand that, until my guy understands that, you won't grow in the rankings. But let me show you why they're so important and how they impact your rankings. Okay, so let's go to the old Google machine. We'll type in plumber near me and we search. Move this mug over here. All right, so this is why the rankings, or this is why reviews are so important when it comes to your rankings. All right, if you're trying to get on Google Guaranteed, which you need to be on, if you're not, you need to be here. Just Google Guaranteed. It'll walk you through how to do that. And look at these top three spots. These three cats for this area, Keller, Texas, this area, they are getting a lot of calls for this. One, why? Because they're the only three up here. And look at this. Look at these reviews: 170, 14,000, 60, 4.6, 4.9, 4.4. And what helps them too is they've been in business for a long time. With Google Guaranteed, they don't tell you what you need to be in the top three, but you don't see anybody here with 9 reviews. Do you? You see anybody here with like 5 reviews or 4 reviews? Not going to happen. Let me go here one more time. Let's try it again. Preliminary media, click it again. The same 3 came up, no difference, but sometimes it'll change. And anytime it changes, what I see is that the lowest I've seen for my area is like 50 reviews. That's the lowest. And that could change. My town's not massive. So I think if you're in a bigger city, then you're probably going to need more reviews to compete. If you're in a smaller city, then it doesn't matter as much. But point being is you never see anybody on here with 9 reviews or 10 reviews or something like that. Not going to happen. And so that's how it impacts Google Guaranteed. Now, they don't tell you everything, but know the review and review quality, the amount of reviews, quantity, and the quality really impacts if you show up here or not. The next place you'll get the calls from. So again, if you're up here, this is money. If you are down here, this is also money, because this is going to be where people go next to call you. And again, look at this: 91, 253, 166. You don't see anybody there with 9 reviews or 4 reviews or 2 reviews. 91, 253, and 166. And once again, 4.7, 4.9, 4.6. So you could have 253 reviews, but if there were like 3.4, you ain't going to be up here, man. You could have 14,000 reviews. If there were 3.2, you're not going to be up here. Google, when it comes to ranking you, they care about the number of reviews you have and the quality of those reviews. It's built on everything. You got to start somewhere, right? If you just started, of course you're not going to have a bunch of reviews, but you got to get started. And when you get started, be very intentional about getting your reviews. It's as important as money, because it's directly tied to your money. How? Your rankings are tied to your money. These 3 people are killing it because they're ranked high, which means what? They'll get more jobs, which means what? They'll get more money. But how they do that? Well, they got a bunch of reviews and they did well. They were good at their job and they got a bunch of reviews. They got enough other people to say they did a good job. Same thing down here. This guy didn't start off with 91 reviews, started off with 1. He did a good job and kept going. Now he has 91 reviews at 4.7, helps his Google business profile grow. Anytime I do Plumbing Me in my area, this is one of the companies that keeps coming up over and over again. So we talked about review quality and review quantity and how that impacts your rankings. What else impacts your rankings when it comes to reviews is recency. So if you have 90 something reviews, but the last review came from 6 months ago or a year ago, it's going to hurt you. You want to get as many reviews as possible, because you want Google to know that, hey, I am still a plumber in this city and I'm still doing work. And I do that and that's happening, Google, because, John Smith from over here just left a review about me yesterday. And Caitlin Smith from over here left a review about me today. You want to have recent reviews. So again, be very intentional about getting them. You want to get as many of them as possible. You want them to be good, and you want them to be frequent, like in recent. Like today, anytime you get a job, is boom, boom. Anytime you finish a job, you want that review. Recency is huge. And also, responding to those reviews is important too. Google wants to see that. They won't tell you how much that impacts your rankings. But if people are saying stuff, good or bad, respond to it. If it's bad, don't get in a war with somebody on your reviews. Like they respond, you respond, they respond, you respond. Because when you start looking like an idiot, or when you start talking to an idiot and you're engaging with them from a distance, people can't tell who's the idiot. You both just look dumb, right? So if you get a bad review, respond, but don't get into the crap with them, especially publicly. It doesn't look good. It's not going to help you, even if you're making the best point possible. And then also, this is something that I would say it's almost 10 out of 10. Like anytime I work with a new plumbing company, somebody I'm trying to help grow, and I ask them how they respond to reviews. Like, first of all, they don't respond to their reviews, not all the time, most of them. And then if they do respond to their reviews, they don't do it they don't get reviews or respond to reviews in a manner that is very strategic. This is what I mean by strategic. you want to have like keywords in your reviews when you respond, or if you can get your customer to respond with keywords. So when I say keyword, let's say somebody put plumber near me. If you had a customer and you said, "Hey Jane, hey John, will you please leave a review for me? And if you can you just mention like plumber near me? Like you could say something like, hey, I needed a plumber near me, and I ended up calling my company, or this company or whatever." You coach them on how to leave a review. It's an extra step, yes, but man, it's huge, because now what that does is it tells when somebody else types in the keyword like "I need a plumber near me," and you have other people putting those keywords in the comments, that helps. Google doesn't lift the veil on this, but they mention it. But I've seen it to where when we have enough clients who are coaching their customers on how to leave reviews, even if it's like, "Hey, I'm in Keller and I needed a plumber," like that there is telling Google that another person who lives in Keller needed a plumber, and they called this company, and this company did a good job. And you get enough of those. What do you think Google's going to do? Google wants their people, whoever is using their platform, they want them to have a good user experience. If they need a plumber, they want to put the best plumber in front of them possible. How do they know you're good? They don't know, because it's not like you're doing plumbing work directly for Google. Google is relying on other people to tell them that you do good, and they need specific keywords to know that you're a plumber in Keller, Texas, who did a good job. If you get enough people saying that in their reviews, that's going to help you. So be intentional with your keywords. When you respond to somebody, "Hey, we're happy to be your plumber in Keller," or that sounds messed up, but you get what I'm saying. Find a way to talk about say you're a plumber and the city you come from and whatever. But be strategic in your responses. Put keywords in your responses. At the very least, you can control that. And then if you can, the bonus step, the big thing, is to get them to put keywords in their responses. If you can coach them on how to leave it and tell them and give them the why behind it. Like, "Hey, when you say, plumber near me in your response, it helps other people find me." Or if you just put your city in your response, it helps other people find me. I can give them the other city. Just give them a why. Give them any kind of why, but coach them. And if you don't want to do that, at the very least, when you respond, which you should be responding to every review, find a way to put keywords in there, plumber and your city. It's going to be hard for you to put plumber near me in a manner that makes sense, but you can at least put plumber, and you can at least put your city in your responses somehow, some way. So anyways, like I said earlier, people understand the importance of reviews, but they don't really understand how they impact the rankings, and they're not very strategic about getting them and responding to them. So I just gave you some information that I give to my clients, and I hope that it helps you. Like I said, I'm here to help the guy near and dear to me, 1 to 3 trucks. Want to help you grow. I want to give you all the marketing information that I have, whether we work together or not. I just want you to have information on marketing that will help you grow on the front end. Hope this helps. If you like it, watch the next video. Thanks. Bye.